I want to bring in Dr. Sandeep Shastri, who knows possibly the political topography of Karnataka and the voters by the back of his hand. Dr. Shastri, do you see making the BJP's poll pitch of Tipu versus Savarkar getting any traction with the people? Or do you see the Congress being able to hold on and make this election hyper-local that they would want to?
Preeti, as a Kannadiga, I thought we would be not inflicted by this drought of ideas. On the one hand, you have the flash of rhetoric that don't focus on development but focus on XYZ. And on the other hand, you have the Congress leaders trying to focus on issues like Tipu. Now, are these issues that concern citizens across the state? Are these the issues which people across social groups, across economic categories, across regions of Karnataka are looking at? No. I go back to my term, this represents a drought of ideas. I think both the BJP and the Congress are not focusing on people's issues, but focusing on issues which are irrelevant in some way to the public debate and more critical to raise emotional concerns. And I think the citizen of Karnataka deserves much better and much more.
But Dr. Shastri, for once if you're not emotionally, talking as a Kannadiga and you talk as a political scientist and a sophologist, it's happened in other states where communal polarization has worked wonderfully for parties and they've drawn lots of benefit from it politically, electorally speaking. Is Karnataka that state this time around?
If I speak as a student of politics, I think Karnataka in important ways is significantly different. The voters in Karnataka in the past have focused on critical issues of bread and butter. Let's remember, after 1985, no ruling party in Karnataka has been able to get a clear majority in the next elections. And that's an important factor for me. If a party has not been able to get a majority in the next elections, it's because ruling parties have not focused on issues which are important to the people. And I think it's high time both the Congress and the BJP realize that and focus on issues which really matter for common people.
I want to bring in Mr. Kagalkar back into this conversation. Many would suggest, Mr. Kagalkar, that the BJP is trying to rake up, a communal polarizing issue, possibly to mask the anti-incumbency against your party, and on the other hand, also the various corruption charges that have come in the wake of it.
Things can't be more ridiculous than this. First and foremost, let me answer both my colleague Aishwarya as well as Professor Shastri. When we speak of development, you're talking of Karnataka being the second largest GST holder. You talk of Karnataka generating about 10 lakh crores worth of investment interest in the recently concluded Global Investors Meet. It would have been possible if what will be the fact that the state government is not interested in development. You're talking of Bhadra getting 5,300 crore rupees. You're talking of the Kalyan Karnataka getting about 5,000 crore rupees in our budget. You are understanding the kind of impetus that we're giving to the airports in the country, be it Hubli, be it Dharwad, and be it the upcoming airports as well as the IITs in Dharwad, the airport in Raichur, the IIIT once again in Dharwad. So the point that I'm trying to make is, as far as development is concerned, it has to be the daily bread and butter, period, no two words about it. No other state government, no other central government would have focused on development the way we have been able to ffocus. I don't want to repeat what the Honorable Prime Minister said today and yesterday. So the point I'm trying to make is, then why is it that someone is raising the issues? It's probably Siddaramaiah ji's way of saying we would want to bring in more PFI, more SDPI. This is a today's matter. Today.
Okay. Mr. Kagalkar, the fact is, I have a whole legion of comments. Many from the BJP President, Mr. Kateel. I even have Mr. C.T. Ravi, who's gone on record to call halal meat, economic jihad, hijab, some other kind of jihad. It's a whole list, sir. Many multiple leaders. But having said that,
you either you fail to see what the ground reality is, or you don't want to sort of see the ground reality kind of thing. Isn't it a very exclusive way of, for example, when you start saying that this is the halal way of doing, wherein you exclude certain communities from a business, and a small hit back in terms of saying 2 days in a jatra you cannot, you see the kind of an impact that it has. You understand
it might have political impact. It might have political impact. Ground realities I differ with, but that I'm sure the hustings will be a bigger example of that.